Cool. Alrighty. So, did you want to start? Whatever you got going on.
So I think the summary is like pretty much like we both understand and everything. I want to talk about my reflection
Yeah, definitely.
because personally there's this part I think I actually do quote and everything because I don't know for you, are you a first generation college student or like have your parents done that? That's
I mean, I would kind of think so. Like, my mom didn't go to college. My dad did probably like a trade school type thing. He does a lot
Mhm.
more like mechanic work and stuff. So it's like, can't quite say college, but I will kind of, I mean, even though he did that little bit of school, he was very much like the strong hand over my education and
Yeah.
really didn't tolerate bad grades, nothing like that. Even though he didn't, I guess, go to technical college himself. But my mom was pretty much there, but she was more just like, oh, like if I was having a bad day, she would let me skip school and things like that. So,
She's the cool mom, that's what I'm hearing.
oh yeah, she was
So
cool. She was cool.
So for my reflection, I wanted to talk about because there's a quote in here. I'm just gonna read out like the little part in here.
Yeah, please
Uh,
do.
Where is it? Where is it? Meanwhile, some kids, first generation college students, often aren't getting enough encouragement and support from home or school. And then it just talks about like the statistics and everything.
Hmm.
So I'm a first generation college student. My parents never went to college, but they wanted me to experience. I know this is community
Yeah.
college. This is still college, guys. Don't
It's
ever
still
let,
definitely college. If anything, I
no,
think big universities are totally overrated, and I think big universities are kind of showing their ass these days, not gonna
I
lie.
feel like, I feel like I did miss some of the okay, the college experience is overrated, guys. There's fun parts and everything, like going to games, going out, meeting people and
Hmm.
everything, but like I can, I may not find that here exactly, but like I can still branch out. You know what I mean?
Of course. I mean, I feel like this is just a safer kind of community in a way, and it's like it's good. I mean, for most of the students, like especially the ones that like are really tasting for independence for their first time, like I really feel like it's a big like exploratory thing. And I'm a big advocate for like students getting out of high school or whatever and like fully taking a gap year to like really get to know themselves and really soak in the importance of independence and like what it really feels like. It doesn't mean like just hang out and do whatever. Like go get you a part-time job, like do something productive, but like kind of live your life away from like living under somebody for a bit. Like I think that that's such a big deal and that's so important because like you can't really understand who you are and what you want to do for the rest of your life
Until you're
when all
by
you've had
yourself.
is like, yeah, and like all you've had is somebody supervising like what your do's and don'ts and like what you can and can't do is. So like how are you supposed to figure out what to do and invest as much money as college costs when you really should not have a full understanding of what you want to do the rest of your life? I think that takes time and understanding, and you need to be able to be with yourself on that, in my
I
opinion.
I feel like I totally agree with everything you just said. They put so much pressure on you need to figure out what you want to do. Because
Yeah, and
like
it's too much.
I don't, here's my thing. My friend has like switched her major like so many times. It's in the medical field, but like
It's
she's
a
like, I
lot.
don't know. It's I feel like, maybe if they want us to figure out like what we want to do, they should do like more testing, like and all that. And sometimes those tests don't even work.
It's true.
Sometimes it's like what I feel that day.
Yeah, it's
And
true.
they just put like so much pressure on like, oh, because like my friend, I remember when she told me she was gonna be a dentist, right? She's been like talking about this forever, like since middle school. And I was like, okay, like dentist, that's what you're gonna be. And then all of a sudden, senior year, she's like, I think I want to be an art major. And I looked at her and I was like, what? I was like, where did you get this like change and everything? She's like, I want something that's gonna make me happy. And I think,
Exactly. That's the most
there's
important thing.
you have to have passion for whatever you're doing it because like
Yes.
I feel like, those like mindless 9 to 5 jobs, like those office jobs, like we all like dread in our head and everything.
Hmm.
Like I think about that. Like I don't want to be like 40 years down the line being like,
Hmm.
oh, I wish I would have changed my major because now I'm
Right. That's how I feel too. And it's like I've really, because I mean, even back when I was in high school, like I was, and I'm sure we've talked about this before, how I was like a very academic student, and Katrina threw me around a lot. It took away all those
academic
opportunities for me.
weapon.
For real. Oh yeah, that was me. I was hardcore. I had my college life planned out in elementary school. So like I was ridiculous. But like I mean with all that I had an opportunity to live my life and like really prioritize like survival and living, you know? And when I did that, like I got myself through cosmetology school even though I knew nothing about hair. But like I found this passion and love for it and here I am. Like I'm still doing it. I still love it. And if it weren't for me needing to take care of my mom at some point in the near future, you know, like I would have just stayed doing it. It's not the most gratuitous amount of money at all time. You can make good money, but like I made the decision like I choose my happiness before money always, you know? And I think a lot of people don't think
It
that way.
it,
They just think,
it
how am I going
keeps
to
you
make the
going.
most?
You
Exactly.
know,
And it's
it,
like I look forward to going to work every day. I look forward to being where I'm at. And I kind of went about this the same way when I decided to come back to school, you know, because I decided I didn't want to do it unless I knew where I wanted to end up and what my end goal was. And I think that that is such an important thing. And I plan on touching up on that from my personal perspective in my essay. I think that
mm,
not only like they talk about grit and perseverance, but it's like I mean, that's really just a way of talking about just drive and motivation. And you need something to motivate you. Like if you're going just because you've been pressured to go, like that just that's why people are dropping out. They just feel forced and pressured and they're like, I can't do this. And nobody's guiding them or helping them. They're just pressuring them to do it. And like, what good is that? You need a motivation. And like for me, my motivation is my mom. And that's what I fully plan on doing, like because I want to be able to take care of her. So I know that everything I'm working towards, it's something that I know I'm going to enjoy doing for the rest of my life, but it's
mhm.
something that I know is going to take care of her as well as myself,
I
you
feel
know?
like you know, I feel like there's just tons of unhappy people with themselves and everything. Like it literally, my aunt, like she's like literally she should have went to like beauty school and everything. Like she was just she's so like those like charismatic people that just they get along with everyone. She's one of
Hmm.
those people. She's great at hair, she's great at makeup. And one of her
Yes.
biggest regrets, because she got pregnant at 17, she had to get married to my uncle, which she loved him. So it wasn't
Yeah, of
like a
course. No, but
so
I mean, that does put a stop on a lot of things.
and she had to take care of the kids. Like she could never
Yes.
like and because somebody had to take care of the kids and everything. She would have loved she says this all the time. She's like, I should have went to cosmetology school if I had the
Oh my
opportunity.
gosh. Oh my goodness. Bad
It's
timing. Okay,
it's
sorry.
it's fine. I think Professor McCartney will like the cat being in the video. I
Yeah,
don't think
no.
she'll
She wants to help too. Hi, Banks.
she wants she wants to help you write the paper.
Yeah, she was like, no. Are you still there?
Hmm.
Okay. All right, let me
I
get, oh,
just
okay.
I just feel
You,
like
okay. You come over here. Okay.
I just feel
Sorry.
like people are just unhappy with themselves and they just,
Yeah,
they lack passion and everything. And I think, starting in school, that's important. If you don't have passion for the work you're putting out there, then you're not going to have passion for your big girl job, like your future and
exactly.
everything.
And that's how I feel. And I know that it feels good that ever since I did start this journey back to school and everything, I've watched a lot of people close in my life start making very similar big decisions like that. Like
Mhm.
even one of my coworkers, like right when I told her I was like, "Oh, I'm enrolling at Delgado," she's like, "I'm gonna do the same," and immediately did the same thing, and we started together. You know, I've
That's
watched other people.
good.
Like my best friend is now going to cosmetology school. He's like, "I'm gonna do this too." One of my other coworkers, she's about to start Delgado's nursing program. She's gonna do all the same stuff I've been doing in the fall. Like I'm watching everybody like take notes from me and realize like it's never too late. You could do it. Like if you have the motivation and drive to do it, you know, like you can achieve anything. It doesn't matter how old you are. It's never too late. And And it feels good knowing that I have inspired people just recently. I didn't even realize until over time everyone's telling me all these things they're doing. When I tell them like just on a whim, I'm like, I'm just gonna go to school. Like I'm gonna do it. I know where I want to end up. I know what I want to do. I'm gonna trust advisors to lead the way, and I'm just gonna show up and get the grades, you know? And
You don't have to have everything figured out at
no,
like
not at
once.
all.
Because I
No,
feel like,
they have people here to help you with that. I know where I want to end up, and I just
yeah,
want to know how to get there.
I just feel like that's just like the biggest stressful thing. Because like I know it for like, like for Catholic school and everything, they're like, they made, what did my counselor do? She made us take a bunch of altitude tests, and then we had to like, bring it to like the results got put to our teachers, and then our teachers told us personally whether we would suit these things. And like I just remember this one girl, like she's just like she's so she was just so efficient at everything. Like she always had like a strategy and everything, and she wanted to be a lawyer. And I remember being like really excited for her. I was like, oh, if I need a lawyer, like I know who I'm gonna go to. Like I said that.
Yes.
And then after she took like all this altitude testing, they said, oh, it doesn't suit you. And she got real like teachers told her like, oh, because of these results, like it's not gonna work out for you. And I just remember her being like super upset about it.
That is
And
upsetting.
I was like, you're not going to change your major, right? She's like, but I feel like I have to. I was like, no, you
No.
don't. You really should not.
I take that as a challenge. If someone tells me I'm not suited for something, I'm like, watch me. I've done that multiple times where people tell me I wouldn't be cut out for something and then I end up doing it and I'm great at it. So
Testing,
like I don't believe in that at all.
testing is not always accurate. It really,
No. No, that's
I
something
think,
else that I've even noticed with this article that I'm even going to mention is how they talk about the testing that they've done for students and how they're like they're
Mhm.
not college ready, and I'm like, no, they're just not good test takers. Like that is a very common thing
It's
because on
like,
top of the pressure of going into school, there's pressure on taking tests. And I swear, even I was like super anxious, and I'm a pretty decent test taker, and
mhm.
I was super anxious. I think I bombed my ACT because of like pressure that was put on it and everything. That and I had to use the bathroom, and I was like, I'm just gonna answer because I got to get out of here. But it's
ACT,
insane.
that like the whole thing with like the ACT and like how colleges are like, oh, you don't need to like send that in anymore. Because like there's really smart people, there's really passionate people. They're gonna do
Yeah,
the work and everything. But if they don't have an good ACT score, we might not accept you and everything. And
right. I
colleges
think
are
it's
realizing
bogus.
that.
Yes, which is good. It's about time, really.
I know it does help, like you can get like scholarships and everything from like having like an high ACT, but I think it's just
Mhm.
so I think it's really I think it's unnecessary. It's
Yeah.
really, I wasn't a good test taker. I took the ACT about 5 times, and the only my you're supposed to get better every time. That's the whole thing. I
Yes.
took it, I got a 19, and then literally took it 5 times and literally got a 17, 18, 17, 18. And I literally was like,
Like, I think I know where I stand at this
and
point.
I was so upset. And I told my parents, I'm like, is there something wrong with me? They're like, no, there's nothing wrong with you. You're just not good at this test. And I was like, because I didn't, because I was also, because I kept wanting to retake it, I thought like I paid for the test. Like I told my parents, I'm like, I want to pay for the test. They're like, okay, that's fine. But then after the fifth time,
Insane.
they're like, no, like we're not letting you waste more money. And
For
I was like,
real.
I'm not.
I hear that. But I mean,
It,
I
it
don't
just
know.
makes me so upset. I
I
just
agree.
like it's not that anyone's a bad test taker. It's just like if you're not good at these type of tests, that can stop you from like getting a scholarship
Right.
or getting into
Exactly.
college.
It's things like
Bogus.
that. It upsets
It's
me. It's like there's other ways to go about that, you know, and I just hate that like they use like test scores like that and statistics like like to use against students, and I think it's totally bogus. But that's something else I plan on touching up. Like I've literally written 2 sentences of this essay, and I'm like at this point it's like I'm pretty much like I'm trying to figure out how to summarize as briefly as possible so I can really get rolling with like, all right, and this is how I'm gonna respond to it. I'm gonna do sort of like a dislikes thing, things I disagree. I'm gonna do things I agree with, and then two paragraphs about like, all right, let me tell you about my life, and that's probably how I'm gonna roll
The
with
summary, the my summary is just the biggest paragraph, and I'm just like, I gotta,
it.
we gotta crop this bush
A
real
little
quick.
bit, like kind of just that's what I did. I condensed like a whole section and topic into like a sentence, and I'm like, they going in, they dropping out. Bam, here's a quote. Like that's how it is. I'm like, I just want to
Hmm.
get to the point with it, and so that's how I'm doing. But I mean, I feel pretty good about it.
Hmm.
Is you feeling pretty good about the essay?
I'm just I'm just gonna speed run it, guys. Okay, Professor McCartney, I'm going to take a lot of care and love and do this. I am just leaving tomorrow morning, and I did not realize at the time, and that is my bad. This is on me, but I'm going to finish it. I'm going to give you a pretty I'm a word word cited because
You're
oh,
good.
I'm so afraid of the word cited because you don't even get me started. I'm gonna fix it,
Just don't
guys.
set yourself deep breaths. We're both in crunch time right now. Normally I'd have like so much more done, but there's just been a lot going on. It's been super crunch time. But I do think before we like wrap everything up, I know we need to talk about how we feel about the how the group sessions have been since this is our final one.
Hmm.
And I'll say that like they really surprised me. I thoroughly enjoyed them. I came in feeling like I'm already weird about being on camera. I've been on Zoom probably like 5 times in my life, and here I am like, okay, now I got to do it weekly and record myself. And YouTube, I haven't uploaded a YouTube video since like 2005, and here I am trying to figure this out. Like, and then once I got it, I just felt like I was on a roll. I kind of like, not to say I like taking control of things, but I really feel like I like how we delegated everything and we got
Hmm.
everything planned out, and I had a lot of fun doing it. Like it was great getting to know y'all. I kind of watched all of us go from like a really like timid place with doing this to really like kind of looking forward to these meetings. And I've watched each time I recorded it, it would take us longer and longer to get them done. And I was like, I just like going back to it, like I just watched us having more fun with it. And I think I love that the most. I was ready to totally like knock this part of the class entirely, but I really enjoyed it. It was really fun. I enjoy human interaction though. It's good. I mean, probably why I'm a stylist. So
I was super nervous. I was like, oh, they're just she's a baby. What is she doing here? What is she gonna be able to do? I was like, oh, I was like, these people, they're just gonna look at me and stare. Oh, it's gonna be so bad.
I should have been like all close, like who are you? Like
I don't know who you
yeah.
are. But
I think it's I really like I'm kind of sad Lisa's not here. I
yeah.
really wish she had been here for this final one because I feel like the three of us just all brought something totally different and unique and special, and we all just had wonderful insights and it was really nice. I hope she's been doing well. I haven't heard from her since her pneumonia, apparently. And I was like, oh, geez.
Hopefully she's recovering, guys. She'll be
I
in
hope
my
so too.
prayers. She'll be in my prayers.
I sent her love and energy, and I'm like, we miss you. Like, I'm really hoping you're doing well. And I haven't heard from her. I'll probably reach back out again because she's been very responsive since day one, so it's
Yeah,
weird to not hear from
it's
her.
probably something serious or personal that's going on with her. But
Yeah. Because I mean, pneumonia, that's a bitch to recover from. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
it
So
knocks you out for like a week. So.
it's
But
a
yeah,
lot of people have been coming up with stuff and it's been lasting a long
but
time.
yeah, guys, these group videos, I was really nervous about. Professor McCartney, keep doing them. Keep doing them
Yes,
because
I agree.
I know it's like a pain to get like a bunch of people together and then lump them in a group. It's worth it. It really is worth it. They will appreciate it. Show
For
them this
real.
video. Show them
All the
with
videos, she might ask me to let people look at it, and I'm gonna be
the
like, if you
link.
do,
Check. Wait. What is it? What does those YouTubers do?
subscribe here.
Check the link down below right here.
I don't know how to do all that, so everyone's gonna be really underwhelmed. They're gonna wait
She'll
for a
do
link
that.
that's not
She'll
gonna
do
show
that,
up.
guys.
So, but I will say, I really did enjoy watching you come out of your shell too. I will say, like, I know it was something for me, but especially to watch you, to watch Lisa. Like, we've all gotten more comfortable. Lisa, You didn't see her the first couple times, but that was a struggle in the beginning. It was pretty funny, but like it all came together and I watched her get comfortable. I felt myself get comfortable because the first time her microphone didn't work. So for like the first like minute or so in our first recording, it's literally just me reading to myself, like talking with myself, and I'm like, okay, this is incredibly weird. And with seconds within starting it, all of a sudden her mic pops on. I'm like, okay, and like mid video, you can hear me like reacting, and she just pops up. I'm like, oh, hey, girl, like. So it was a trip. It was really funny,
I
but
really
yeah,
enjoyed her too, and I hope she's doing a lot better.
I hope
So,
so too. This is us sending love and good energy and good health to Lisa. I hope she's doing well. Our
mhm.
buddy, our partner. They'll say this video is for her and technically for a grade for Miss McCarthy. So
Please, please, Mr. McCarthy.
yes.
But I mean, that's all I really have to discuss. I mean, I'm just gonna work my
Yeah.
little booty off for this paper, and that's gonna be it.
Yeah, but I say we're getting to it too. End the meeting, we just go at it. So good meeting, good class, good session.
Alrighty. Bye bye.
Yes. Oh wait. Oops. Hold up. I
It's
messed up already.
it's
Look
fine.
at me already ruining it. Okay, now goodbye.